In this video, we are going to remove the slide plate, the needle plate, feed dogs, the bobbin case positioning bracket, and we're going to totally disassemble these parts. We're also going to remove the hand wheel, all from this early model Singer 99. And you guys will have to watch and see, because I'm going to literally break the head of a screw off of one of these parts. But that's okay. It's not going to stop us from moving forward. Let's get started. So the first parts that we want to remove will be the slide plate and this needle plate. Now the slide plate, when you're accessing your bobbin, just slides back like this. And then if you were putting a bobbin in, you would drop it in the right way. And if you're removing it, there's this cool little ejector button you press and you take it out. If you had a bobbin, take it out now. Now on the slide plate, don't pull it off this way. You probably could, but it's easier to damage some of the parts in here by doing that, and then you'd have to find new ones. So all you need to do is push it towards you. Get your finger under it a little bit so it's sort of lifted up, and push it towards the needle plate and it will just slide off. The way this is machined in the back, it's made to come off in this direction. If you see these cutouts here, that would prevent it from coming off this way. You could force it, but you risk damaging this little spring right here. It's like a tension or friction type spring. So you have your slide plate, set that aside, and if you like to keep everything together, you can go ahead and remove this spring now. Hopefully it's not in there too tight. I always go slow to start, see if it'll break free. This one did. You can just take out this little screw, and you know what? This one has broken off. I think I just did that. I don't think it was broken. So I have to figure out how to get the rest of this screw out and I'll have to source a new screw for this friction spring. Don't let that stop you from removing yours. Just be careful. This machine is really old. I don't know what it's been through. So it could have been already on its way to breaking before I ever touched it. But the reason why you want to remove it is just all the crud that's inside. So first broken screw on this machine, hopefully the last, but we'll move along. We're going to remove the needle plate next, and that's just simply these two screws right here. I love these little Craftsman ratcheting screwdrivers. Usually, once you get them started, you can just do it by hand. So we have our two screws and our needle plate. We're going to take those off and set them aside. Next, we will go ahead and remove the feed dogs, and that is done from underneath the machine. So flip it over. So the screw to remove the feed dogs is right here, and you should be able to see that fairly well. If this is nice and tight in there, if you flip your machine like this, and I know that's a lot of flipping, but sometimes you just have to do that. A shorter screwdriver than the one I'm using might also work if you're having issues getting around this part right here. But if you have it down this way, you'll get that downward pressure and you should be able to break the screw free. So as I remove this screw right here, I can reach around on the top of the machine and try to wiggle free the feed dogs. So just one screw holds in your feed dogs. We can set those aside. Now, we're going to flip it over again. Okay, future Jen here. One of the things I said we would do is take the hand wheel off. So before I show you the rest of the video on how to get out the bobbin case and the bobbin case positioning bracket, I want to take this hand wheel off with you just because I said I would show you how. And more than likely, you can figure this out on your own. So for the hand wheel removal, The first thing that we want to do is remove this little screw right here on the stop motion knob. And left to loosen, and it just comes out. And then hold your hand wheel with one hand and turn your stop motion knob left until it comes off in your hand. And you can see this one was stuck to the hand wheel, but there will be a little stop washer that should be behind that stop motion knob. So set those aside. Then you should be able to just pull your hand wheel off of the machine. Now it may give you a little bit of resistance. So what I find is I will hold the counterbalance inside the nose still with my fingers, kind of use that to hold this shaft here still while I pull this off. So there's the hand wheel. That's how we remove it. Very simple. Now we'll get back to the original video where I finished showing you how to remove the bobbin case and the bobbin case positioning bracket. So this part right here is called the bobbin case positioning bracket. This part is the bobbin case. Depending on the model of machine that you have, this little finger that's coming out right here, you may be able to, it'll have a little bit longer tail. You might be able to lift it up and it kind of lifts up over this part of the frame and you can slide it to the right. When you do that, you get enough clearance to remove the bobbin case. This one, because it's an earlier model, and I believe this would be true on some of the earlier 66s as well. This one, I cannot lift this and slide it. It wasn't made to do that. So do not be tempted to get in here with a screwdriver and pry that up and over to the right. It wasn't made to be flexible. It's not made to do that. I have to loosen this screw right here first, and that's going to allow me to lift this up and slide it over. Oh, and this little red felt here, that's not lint. Please leave that alone for now. We'll deal with this. Just leave it there if you see it. There we go. So see how long this screw is? It's not threaded all the way up here. It's only threaded down here, but I can set this aside. And now I may need to use there we go, get a little lift. Do you see that? I've pulled it over. Now I can wiggle my bobbin case free. And here is the bobbin case itself. We will be taking this apart all the way. These little screws here, take them off if we can, so we can get behind this tension spring that's right here that the thread runs through. Because if there's old lint and thread and oil caked in there, it's going to affect our thread tension on our bobbin case. But for now, set that aside, and you should be able to just lift the positioning bracket straight out. And now we can get a good look down here in the hook. So imagine all this grime that's in here, all this crud, creates friction. And all that we can eliminate is just a little less friction on how smoothly this machine is going to run when we're finished with it. So I'm going to set this down and let's talk about this a little more. So our little positioning bracket with our little spring. I'm just going to say right now, I'm going to take this apart and clean it. If you want to try to clean this up without taking it apart, that is entirely up to you. It is a little fiddly and a pain sometimes to put back together. The key is to work slowly and of course, remember where everything goes. So first, let's talk about this right here. So this one is pretty done for. Do you see this? It was just a little piece of felt that's shoved down into this little spring here. And if you kept it oiled, it kept the hook race oiled. These are easy to replace. In fact, one of these little spool pin felts will do the trick. So we'll cut a pie shape from this later, roll it into a little cone, and refill the spring if you need to. I say if you have one of these, go ahead and replace the old one with a new one. You have everything out, may as well do it now instead of having to do it later when it needs it. So what we're going to do first, right here, this is sort of a tension spring. When the bobbin case is resting against it, it provides a cushion. So these two metal parts are not like banging and clanging together. So there's a little screw here. That's the one I want to remove. See if I can do it this way first. Oh, thank goodness. So here we have that little cushioning spring and screw that holds it on. Now we can get a better look at what's going on in here. There's a little coiled spring for this little lifter lever, and that snappy feature is because of this spring. Notice you have a little arm that sticks in this groove right here, and here is a screw, but it also has a pin portion to it that runs through this spring and holes in this lever that hold it all together. On the back is a tail that wraps across this way. We're going to have to remember that when we put it back together. So next screw to take out is this one. Downward pressure, and it's turning free. I can feel the grime in there. It has a sticky feel. I don't know how to explain it. There we go. Okay, I'm pulling this out. See here, just this much is threaded. The rest is a pin that all those parts slide through with the slots on the end. And this looks like somebody's went after it before. But think if you force this with a screwdriver, if you could see the way the head of this screw is, this could snap on you so easy. So do be careful. Do drop oil here first and let it soak in. It's going to help you out. And now we have the lever itself and the spring. And then this here, finally, you should be able to just screw out this little spring. It works sort of like a threaded screw. It screws into this hole right here. You can screw that out so you can get it nice and clean. So you could clean this without disassembling it. Think about, though, all the places water can get trapped, which means rust. So you would really want to dry it well if you did that. But if you can see, this is just icky. We don't have thread traveling through any part of this. So if you're not comfortable taking this apart, this was one I would say you don't have to. You could try to clean it just really well with Q-tips. I don't know that I put this in an ultrasonic cleaner when I have screws screwed in. I just wouldn't take that chance. So here we go. Bobbin case, positioning bracket, all apart. The last thing we have to disassemble is the bobbin case. And it's really two screws and this little tension spring right here. But if I had to choose between the two to take apart and clean, I would choose this one because thread is traveling through this area and we want it to be clean. So I don't really think it matters which screw you remove first. So just pick one, downward pressure. And I'm just turning them, and just do this over a towel because, and when I say towel, I mean like a terry towel, not a paper towel. Paper towel is not going to stop it from rolling away. And this is not one that you want to have to find on your floor. And these screws aren't very long, so they shouldn't be very hard to get out. One screw, the bigger one. And I think when we put this back together, the holes are going to be different enough in size. It won't be confusing which screw goes where. Okay. Tiny, tiny little, look, there's lint. There's the screw. Tiny, tiny little screw. Okay. And then the spring should just pop off. And do you see? This is why you want to take it off if you can. That's from thread and, well, mostly thread and oil collecting over the years. And that, just having that behind there could throw off your bobbin thread tension, and you would never get it set the way you want it. So we have those apart. So what did we take off? We took off the slide plate and the needle plate. So remember, you have 2 screws for your needle plate, then your slide plate, this little spring here that holds the slide plate in, and you should have a screw that isn't broken. Mine is. We removed the feed dogs. So you'll have the feed dog and the 1 little screw for the feed dogs. Let's start with the bobbin case. We have the bobbin case, the little spring that goes on the edge of the bobbin case, and 2 tiny little screws. That's what's going to hold the spring on, and we're going to adjust the tension with 1 of these screws. So 2 little screws, the spring, the bobbin case. Then the positioning bracket, we have the big screw that kind of holds it in. You should have the pin that is for the lever and the little spring that goes kind of sandwiched in between there. You should have this little spring that holds the felt that keeps the hook race oiled. And then you should have this little cushioning spring here with the screw for it. And finally, we did remove the hand wheel. So you should have the hand wheel, the stop motion washer here, the stop motion knob, and the screw that goes into the stop motion knob itself. So in the next video, we will continue working in the hook area of this machine. We'll get the hook out, but we're also going to start removing all of this, the bell crank and all of that. So it will be an adventure. We'll see how far we get. Hopefully no more screws break for us, but sometimes that happens. So that's what we'll be doing next. We're really getting close. Once we get this out and we take the feed system out, we're really getting very close to everything we're going to take off the machine. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support and for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. That really helps YouTube recognize my channel and shares it with other people then who have the same interest. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.